欢迎又来到308高地，每个礼拜四晚上7点半，我们在这里关心着我们的台湾，不管是从地缘政治、区域安全、军事外交，一起来讨论现在正在发生的事情。那我们上礼拜邀请了 Uncle Topher 跟 Tony 来做汉光41号的一些分享讨论。那他们也提供一些宝贵的建议。那我们这礼拜继续邀请他们Uncle Topher 跟 Tony Hu 一起来讨论。那他们两位，一位是美国国防部之前的官员，负责台湾跟第一岛链的事务，也在 AIT 工作过，更担任过雷神公司台湾的总经理。那另外 Uncle Topher 是美国的军人退伍他曾经在伊拉克担任勤务，现在住在高雄。那透过他们的视角来看看我们汉光41号有棒的部分，那也有不足的部分。那他们也都一直肯定从汉光41号里面看到我们军人，不管是后备军人或者是现役军人那样展现出来的战绩跟所有的表现，他们非常的印象深刻。那我们今天会继续讨论相关的话题。And I want to ask Tony one extra question. Now, during this Hangguang 41, it starts on 8 July.
Yeah, until 19.
8. 7月8号 is on 8. And very unique situation is 9 that day. United States, Australia, and Japan, and we have they have multi nations military exercise in Australia.
Yeah.
And your carrier Lincoln just got a order all in sudden sailing toward to participate in the determination military exercise in Australia. And this carrier arrived at scene, I think it's 10th. It's on 10th in July. So Hangguang 41 is happening in this time. 1 day later, just let's assume PLA launched an invasion toward Taiwan. United States going to deploy forward, right? And this military exercise coincidentally occurred in Australia and Japan, and so many allied nations joined this military exercise. 19 countries participate in that military exercise. Is that a coincidence, or it's a one theater, multi-terrains, the military exercise at the same time?
I think it has several purposes. Of course, I think Talisman Sabre exercise objective for Australia is still counter China. Remember, in March, China sent a Navy task force, circumnavigated Australia, and did a live fire test.
That's this year. February,
March time
frame. Live fire outside of Australia.
Right. It was a show of force against Australia. Yeah. Of course, this exercise was already planned, but I believe Australia want to also demonstrate that China cannot come into my backyard and do this. So, USS I think it's George Washington plus USS America. America is a F-35B, they call Lightning carrier. So it's deployed from Sasebo also, are down there. Plus, the amazing thing is the British Prince of Wales carrier strike group is also there. It went all the way from England through Strait of Malaccas and joined this exercise because England, United Kingdom also want to show their interest in the peace and stability of this region. So what Australia is trying to do for the United States, I believe, is help us coalition building.
Yeah.
Okay? 19 countries. So if you look at the scenario, it's also a multi-domain exercise, you know, and it's got 35,000 people.
300 aircraft.
Aircraft, yes.
Historical high.
It's tremendous. It's never been that many people, that many ships, that many airplanes in that many locations.
And the dispersions.
Yeah.
So dozens of islands.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I believe, once again, the scenario is peace and stability in the region, okay? But truly, there's only China that's destabilizing this region. So they don't want to say out loud, but it's against China. And it all fits in. It all fits into the Hangguan exercise purpose and another big exercise, the Reform Pact, Resolute Force Pacific. We are sending troops and mobilizing. There's no warfighting element in Reform Pact. It's a forward deployment and theater dispersal.
Yeah.
The forces that's already in Asia Pacific disperse.
Yeah, disperse.
Okay. And the forces back in the United States forward deploy to the second island chain, ready to, it's a follow-on force deployment.
No, change the destination for Lincoln air carrier.
Oh, that's from the Middle East came
From
over.
East, given
You're right.
in the immediate order, sailing to Australia.
Yeah.
I can provide some pieces, not evidence, some incidents. First, this February, when we try to set up our scenario about our Hangguan 41, General Bajeron from J5 Indo-PACOM participate in our commander level meeting.
Yeah, command post exercise.
Yeah, and he is the one in charge of the policy,
J5.
alliance cooperation.
Yep.
And incident 2, during this military exercise, Taiwan, Hangguan 41, and Australia, Japan, United States, those 19 countries, like resolution, Pacific military exercise. During that moment, Australia ambassador in UN, he was former Prime Minister of Australia, Rudd. He made a speech in UN, say, once China occupied Taiwan, going to release Chinese military capacity toward Pacific Ocean. He made a speech almost at the same day.
Yeah.
And when Taiwan, we are practicing our Hangguan military exercise, this 19 country and American troops dispersed in so many islands.
All over Asia.
Just near Taiwan.
Yep, all around
Just
Taiwan.
near Taiwan.
Yep.
So, based on those incidents I provide, just like our viewers guess themselves, if that coincidence or it's a military exercise, cross multi-allies, multi-dominance, I think we have answered on our own.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think the audience should leave a comment.
Yeah, leave a comment.
Yeah.
You are a YouTuber.
If you think this is just a coincidence,
Yeah.
or if it's a message to the CCP.
And if you want to leave message, look at the map.
Yeah.
You will see what's going on here.
Yeah, because Reform Pact only have one purpose, which is for deploy U.S. forces to the Asia Pacific. And there's only one country we worry about in Asia Pacific, that's China. So it almost goes without saying. That's the purpose,
Goes without saying, but in the past, we all know in the past it's classified. It can be seen. It's invisible. But from last year to this year, all this military engagement between Taiwan and United States, among Taiwan and those democracy allies, it's visible.
it's visible.
It's
So
visible in
yeah.
Philippines, Australia, Japan. So it's a big picture here. So what's your explanation about Indo-Pacific, Indo-PACOM? They make decision about this first island chain, this Indo-Pacific region will become one single theater to Indo-PACOM. What's the meaning?
I think Japanese started talking about that, because after all, let's just be clear, there's one common enemy, right? For Japan, Taiwan, Philippines, and even Australia, now that China have circumnavigated and did a live fire at its front door. So it's pretty clear. China is the one, And if that's the case, no matter where China makes trouble, in the East Sea, in the Taiwan Strait, in South Sea, in the Philippine Sea, wherever, all the allies should come together and respond.
And I would like to ask a technical question to Topher.
Okay.
If Taiwan try to get involved or connect with security chain, security network,
Right.
and C4ISR, the communication, the information sharing, we need to share with each other. What would be the difficulties? Language or equipment? Because, to United States, US soldiers, you communicate so fluently. Link 16 or all kind of satellite connect with individual soldiers. All these equipments connect each other. If Taiwan want to melt into some system,
Right.
what's the difficulties we need to work on that?
Oh, I think any equipment challenges, something like that would have challenges across the board. I think that equipment and software challenges would probably be significant but resolved quickly. I think the language challenges, especially when it comes to slang and lingo, right? Like every job has its own terminology, its own lingo, and that's true for intelligence operators. And the military and command and control. I mean, even the difference between the Navy and the Air Force and the Army, it has
different terms.
It has totally different terms. So I think that type of small miscommunications might prove to be a little bit more of a challenge than people will anticipate.
So you are an English teacher, right? You were.
I have been, yeah.
Yeah. So maybe we need an English teacher to teach this kind of terminology.
There are courses that Taiwan sends students to.
We have an ECL test.
Yeah,
Right.
But also once you get there, usually as Taiwan students learn about the weapon system, they will learn about technical terms for that system, just like Taiwan's pilot.
But technical term, I think it's not too difficult to Taiwan students.
Yeah.
Slang.
Slang.
Military terms.
Yeah.
Because when you got radio, it got no room, no time for you to comprehend that.
A lot of this is slang that is incomprehensible to a civilian. Yeah.
Give us some example. And the best example is even Tony cannot understand.
Oh, I don't know. There's one Tony.
We are from Air Force. We are from
I'm sure you guys use the term 8 up.
Oh, 8 up, yeah.
Yeah, 8 up. What does that mean? Is that good? The number 8? It's not good.
Not good.
If you're 8 up, that's not good.
8 up means no good.
8 up means, kind of sloppy. You're chewed up. You're making a mistake.
Yeah.
Okay.
Screwing up.
That's
Yeah,
military slang.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
military slang. 8 up. Hua, that's a big one in the U.S. Army.
Yeah, that's
Well,
Army. That's Army.
I watch TV.
Yeah.
Actually, the movie, they have this. Wow.
Yeah, they'll say
Yeah.
that all the time in the Army. Wow, let's see. I'm trying to think of
So-
one that the Air Force wouldn't know. Blue Falcon, do you know that one?
Blue Falcon, I heard that before.
Let
No,
me know in the
that-
comments if you think Blue Falcon is good or bad.
Blue Falcon.
I can't remember.
Falcon, color blue. Blue Falcon.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I don't know. I don't
Well,
know.
let the audience-
you beat
got one.
Tony.
Got
That's
one.
okay.
That's
Yeah.
Army term.
It's an Army term, yeah. And
Okay.
I'll let the audience write what they think it means in the comments for a bit.
Blue Falcon.
Yeah. It is not a good term. Yeah, BF. You'll have to bleep it here. Buddy fucker.
Oh,
Oh.
not good. Not good.
Not good.
That's not a good thing.
Yeah.
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 Sorry, editors.
But it's okay. We learned something like this.
So, from my experience, Taiwan buys U.S. hardware, so command and control hardware included. So it's not that difficult to convert when required, because most of them is already compatible. Just a different classified portion, that the code that you put in and the stuff. But I think if we ever have to fight together, okay, when we have all these joint exercises, okay, one of the most important things we try to work together with our allies is what we call TTP, tactics, techniques, and procedure.
Okay.
When you do something, what is the tactics? What is the technique we do certain things, and what is the procedure we do certain things. So when we work together, mission planning or counter-air, okay, when we talk about certain tactics, we want our allied forces to understand, when we talk about this, when we use this one word, what does it mean? So the TTPs, when we train foreign forces to work with us, usually that's one of the things that we want to teach early, so they get used to use it during the exercise and become familiar, and hopefully they repeat it when they get home, so that when we do work together, we use the same techniques, tactics, and procedures. Then we will succeed. Otherwise, you work against each other. You don't know what you're doing when you say something.
Yeah. If you need times and the room to comprehend your allies' words,
you're in trouble.
Yeah.
This
it's
has to come
dangerous
with-
in
yeah.
battle.
Yeah, it has to be done during the exercise.
But the
and
best way
practices.
to be familiar with this term is live together, fight together, train together.
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
Each year we got 2 battalions. They go to
Yeah.
United States to be trained for months. I think it's quite good.
It's good.
After work they can have a shot in bars
Right.
and sharing experience, communicate with each other.
Yeah.
Chew the fat together. That's the best way.
Yeah, I
yeah.
guarantee you they learn TTP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When they're working shoulder to shoulder, they learn TTPs. So when they ever come to shoulder again, they know exactly what you mean, how do you do it. And when you pull your tank this way, I know what you mean. You want me to do it this way. Certain things that you learn just by understanding the TTPs that the other person is using.
Every year we got 2 battalions. Then that means next year we go into 6 battalion has this kind of experience to be trained in United
wonderful.
States.
Yeah.
And some of these commander of this joint force battalion, they are going to be promoted like a general.
Sure.
So for the time being, there will be more and more soldiers, sergeants to be trained in the United States. And the high-rank commander generals, they have this kind of experience. When the scale raises up, that will change the nature of this army.
Yeah.
And look from the U.S. side, same thing. This captain or major who taught Taiwan troops, he's going to move up. And it's possible he gets positioned in U.S. Army Pacific Usurpac in Hawaii and have a tasking in case something happens in Taiwan. I'm on that team. I got friends there, and I know how they work.
Yeah.
This is a mutual beneficial relationship.
I think it's worth noting that the chief officer who came in to observe on the U.S. side, General Charles Flynn, he used to be the commanding general of U.S. Army Pacific.
Usurpac, yep.
Yeah.
You just introduced the question I want to ask.
Look at that.
No, General Flynn led a delegation.
Yep.
I appreciate that. And they are not. I'm not sure if I can say that. They are not like an observer. Some officer, they are active officer. Some general, they actually go to the field
Yeah.
to work with our commander, maybe in Danshui River, maybe in some airfield, and give some guidance. And for example, we have the block. There's a name. There is a special block. They even teach us how to combine them together, make that obstacles effective.
Oh, okay.
Spatial block provided by United States. And so this delegation led by Flynn. Flynn is the commander of United States Army.
He's a very experienced warfighter.
And led a lot of soldiers and the generals come to Taiwan. And they show in different side and to instruct how to construct those blockades, how to defend this side, how to fulfill those tactical tactics. So what does that mean to Taiwan in your point of view?
I think it means that the U.S. is extremely serious in Taiwan's defense. I mean, he's recently retired. His last job was as the commanding general of the U.S. Pacific Command. He knows everyone who's in the U.S. Pacific Command. Before that, he was the commanding general of the 25th Infantry Division, which is out of Hawaii.
Hawaii.
Right? So,
Yeah.
like, he has a big chunk of his career is in the Pacific. And the rest of his career is also very impressive. You know, he's a 82nd Airborne commander at one point. At any rate, it means that the U.S. is very serious, and they're using.
No, if you, I can provide
Yeah.
the same for you two guys. If you observe a general from United States and leading a bunch of staff and make notes, observe the terrains, and instruct how to construct the obstacles,
Right.
and discuss with allies about tactics, how to defend this area. What they are doing, they are just training Taiwanese soldiers, or it's kind battle management.
Yeah, I think he has a lot of experience in how to view the battlefield and how to shape it, because that's really the key to defense: is shaping the battlefield to your ideal situation, taking advantage of the terrain,
Yeah.
changing the roads as you can, creating obstacles. That doesn't stop the enemy, but it shifts their movement.
Yeah.
Right? An obstacle that doesn't have a weapon system that can fire upon it.
They can
is-
share some practical, real
Exactly.
things to our army.
Exactly.
We don't have that experience, battle experience. We don't have that, but they can pass that experience to our army. It's important.
Oh, it's very important.
It's very important because this type of activity, what is the purpose? The purpose is when enemy comes at you, they have the initiative. When you make them respond to your obstacle and your movement, you have the initiative. So U.S. forces is trained to seize the initiative, even when we're under attack. The attacker might think he's got initiative, but when he responds to your obstacle and your deception, you have become the person with the initiative because you made him do things that you want him to do. Okay, so I think he's thinking in that manner. When he does things like that, you want to change the initiative. You want to seize the initiative. The enemy no longer drives this warfare because I'm driving him. Okay, even from a defensive position, I'm driving him. So I think that's probably what he's thinking as far as providing this type of guidance.
I think is also probably helping a lot with different tricks in command and control, communication, trying to control all the operations of units all across the battlefield, especially with the Navy and the Air Force, and right, you know, all these different elements working together in conjunction. That's an art.
Yeah,
Oh, it is. Getting all the pieces fit together.
Yeah.
that's your advantage. That kind of art.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
American troops win a lot of victory.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Americans are very good at that. Americans are also exceptionally good at logistics.
Yeah.
And I want to share a scenario with you two guys, and I want to hear your comment. You know, there is a scenario in day 5, maybe day 5, in Hualien, east side of Taiwan. This scenario is Taiwan using our very large amphibious logistic ship, 旭海号
Okay.
旭海号 LSD
LSD,
193 and 10,000 tons.
Right.
This ship.
Yeah, that's big.
And this 旭海号just to pretend as a United States ship,
Supply ship.
Yes,
supply ship.
I heard about this.
And this supply ship sent from West Pacific Ocean, escort by United States carrier and Air Force and the destroyers. And when this ship, the scenario is when the ship enters Taiwan territory waters, escorted by Taiwan Navy and the Air Force with United States Navy and the Air Force. And this supply ship penetrate the blockade and sailing toward Hualien Harbor and complete the resupply to Taiwan. And this scenario is working with allies to break through blockade by PLA.
Right.
Okay, we have this scenario this year, and we plan to exercise last year, but because of typhoon, they just moved to this year.
Okay.
And under the instruction of observer from Indo-PACOM, what is the meaning to you?
Well, I think under international law, blockade is act of war, okay?
Yeah.
And during last month TTX, same scenario, same result. United States will immediately provide escort and to ensure the Taiwan's critical needs like natural gas, coal, food, medicine, ammunitions get through. Every day, so many ships get through. United States Navy escort and allied forces all participate in the escort operation. So I fully expect this is a realistic scenario. It will be very stupid for China to try to do blockade, because when they do the blockade, what's happening? Once they start the blockade, they should expect international sanction, economic sanction, and other things, because there might be blockade of China's ships instead of Malacca.
Malacca Strait, China won't get any resupply of their fuel and the gasoline.
Yeah. Second of all, when they do that, we know they have hostile intent. So the reform pack exercise that we're doing now, we'll be doing it for real.
Yeah.
Forces will move forward. At that point, they don't have a chance to win in the war. Okay, the primary prize is Taiwan, right? So if they do a blockade, they actually will lose the primary prize. So, but I think there's still a lot of people thinking, especially you see some of these pro-China talk show, oh, Taiwan survived 3 days, blockade, they're going to surrender. Not going to happen, because first thing's going to happen is airplane. Yeah. C-17, C-5 is going to fly through. You're going to shoot them?
So do you mean, Tony, this scenario, and we exercise this scenario and with those observers from Indo-PACOM. Does this mean in United States, at least Indo-PACOM plan to escort or to break through the blockade? Do they have this plan? And is that true? They are going to use in their air carrier, their Air Force, Navy to escort those cargo, those resupply ship from the international water to Taiwan territory water, and cooperate with Taiwan Air Force and the Navy. Is this?
Well, we won't go into that detail, but Admiral Paparo did say it's easy to break a blockade.
Yeah, he said that.
Okay, he said that.
Last November.
Right. Commander of the Indo-Pacific Command said that. We won't go into any of the detail of how he's going to execute it, but truly, it's easy.
Yeah, Paparo said, the question raised up by Singapore ambassador.
Yeah, good memory, exactly.
Yeah,
Singapore ambassador, oh, you're so far away.
So far, China is so near. And Paparo say, we are already there.
Yeah.
We are under the sea. Yeah. We are in the air. And if China do the blockade toward Taiwan, he said he
can break the blockade.
He can break blockade.
Yeah. So I think we should take it in that word, and as far as how to execute it, I'm certain it's very simple. I mean, hopefully we have strategic warning, so a lot of our ship is already on this side of the Pacific, and to execute that. And if China ever turned that into a shooting war, those ships are already there. So I think so.
Yeah,
okay,
I think you're absolutely correct there. I'm sure that the U.S. has several different plans on what to do if China actually attempts a blockade, and it's a real stupid move on China's part, because it's a lose-lose for them.
It's a lose-lose.
Right? They either enter into a war that they're going to absolutely lose, a hot war, where their Navy will be destroyed within a week, or they have to break the blockade, let the U.S. break through the blockade, and they lose face.
And be embarrassed.
And be embarrassed, right, on the world stage.
Yeah.
I mean, so the U.S. is not going to give up Taiwan as a trading partner. No way.
No.
Taiwan's way too valuable.
If China dare to blockade this area, that means damage global economic interest.
Yeah.
It blockades Japan also.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's a no-win.
50% of maritime cargo go through this area. 50% of the world.
Yeah, it's
and
tremendous.
like you said, China can easily be blockaded.
They themselves.
They're so reliant on fuel that comes through the sea. Now, they do have pipelines into Russia, but even at max capacity, that can only supply about 40% of their needs. Right? So the rest of it has to come through the sea.
China tried to exit toward the ocean, controlled by United States and the allies.
All of it's controlled by U.S.
They actually
allies.
import food.
Yeah,
exactly.
Right?
That's
China imports food.
80% of their energy import.
So most of their energy, a lot of their food.
So if they dare to blockade Taiwan, that means damage global interest, and that means they are sending. They provide a pre-warning to the world that they're going to be sanctioned, and the United States going to deploy forward, and we have backup plan to break through it.
And all these people talk about if there's a blockade, how long Taiwan can survive. They should think how long China can survive.
Exactly.
you know, really, seriously, they look at the other side.
So
to
do the blockade doesn't meet the China's interest.
No, and another thing I see all this report, if there's a war, Taiwan, all this stuff is gonna be destroyed. But then they didn't think, well, the coastal area across from Taiwan in Zhejiang, in Fujian, in Guangdong, those are China's economic center. That's where they make the money.
Yeah.
Those places will be destroyed. Their economy will be destroyed. It's going to take them 20, 30 years to recover. So you always see people talk about how Taiwan, if they start shooting rockets, does it mean Taiwan can't shoot back?
So that means if Xi Jinping is rational, he won't launch a war toward Taiwan.
No.
He won't carry out the blockade. But even he is crazy enough to do this, we have backup plan.
Sure.
To solve this kind of blockade.
Sure.
Okay, so let's move to our the final topic about this Hanguang 41. But we have so many stuff can talk about this. Now, next month, I am going to get the AAR report.
Okay, good.
Oh, excellent.
And if it's not confidential, I can provide you.
Okay.
And maybe we can talk about that.
Yeah.
So,
if it's not confidential.
if it's confidential, I need to.
I think it's going to be confidential.
Okay. So, my final question about this is our social resilience. Topher must witness the siren alarm sound, and all in sudden, empty on the street. No one on the street, and the bus driver abandoned the bus. Everyone ran into some shelter. What have you seen about Taiwan social resilience exercise, and is there anything we can improve?
From what I saw, it's extremely impressive. I've never seen anything like it in any place I've ever been in the world.
In United States?
Not at the civilian level.
Nobody going to bomb your country.
Right.
And
you don't even have a bunker in your Air Force Base.
I mean, I wish the U.S. actually did have some exercises like that, because it's useful not even in the event of an attack, but just natural disaster.
Yeah. Some terrorists.
All sorts of stuff. So, I mean, there's small-scale things like that in the U.S., but nothing to the scale that Taiwan does. So impressive. Very, very cool. I think there's probably some things that Taiwan might be able to incorporate in future exercises. Like mass casualty evac with using civilian actors, maybe using buses. to do that. Maybe using garbage trucks as hasty barricades, roadblocks, things like that. So there's different ways that civilians can aid in an emergency event like that. But overall, I was extremely impressed.
One exercise is our civilian resilience exercise. When siren sounds, alert, delivered, everyone disappears, go into the shelter. But not only that, we need to train our policemen, our civilian volunteer.
Right.
They do know how to guide those civilians enter certain shelter and provide help, and how to hide themselves, hand like this, and maybe hide beneath the wall, something like that. So it takes time to train our volunteer and our policemen, our civilian resilience workers.
I would add that I think it would be good to encourage civilians to stockpile first aid kits, have an emergency stockpile of water, drinking water, and even just non-drinking water, emergency food, that kind of stuff. Again, hopefully it'll never be needed, but even in an event of a natural disaster, it could be very useful.
Yeah, we are a country suffer from earthquake and typhoon. So those earthquakes took a lot of lives of our fellows. So in Taiwan, to prepare those kind, we call emergency pack.
Right.
People get used to have that.
Yeah.
And it can deal with the natural disaster and as well the human military conflict.
Yep.
And so I move back to Tony about the social resilience. Anything we need to improve about this, because in Taiwan we all familiar with this siren, and we know we need to hide. Otherwise, we're going to pay 150,000 fine.
Yeah, wow.
There are two girls. They drive on the highway, the high pass. And they say, nobody here. Let's take a selfie and take a picture. And from the high tower building, people take the film that, and they got fined. Each one 150,000 fine.
Wow.
And I think we need that, because
I think it should be serious.
Exercise is not only exercise, it's like a real time.
You got to treat it as real, and I think the best thing about this exercise is continue to bring awareness to the civilian side that to defend Taiwan, it's not just the job of the military.
Yes.
You all have to participate. I think it is also, if there's something I can add, I would use those time for training, familiarizations of what are the critical infrastructure in your area. Power plant, water plant, bridges, so that if you see somebody out there trying to disrupt this, report it, how to report, the report process, okay? And how to, because this is what the fifth element, China spy, is gonna do. When there's chaos, they're gonna do more damages. They try to destroy your critical infrastructure so that make life hard for the Taiwan citizens. So while the military is defending against Chinese ships, airplane coming in, they're gonna have these people running around, blow up your bridges and damage your power.
Inside the fortress, they try to sabotage everything.
Exactly, from the inside. So it's up to the civilians and the police to pick up that task of stopping the fifth element, stopping these spies from destroying from within, create chaos from within. So I think what I would do is, in that half an hour, whatever time that people get evacuated and hide, maybe there's certain collection center, evacuation center, have a lesson, have a training of some type. You know?
Yeah.
When they are hiding in some shelters.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we can have some lesson about resilience and educate them. Okay, we are at a spot, and the nearby shelter will be here.
Yeah,
and all those information and provide to them.
And in this area, here's the power plant. We need to make sure there's no sabotage to here.
Right.
This is important. This, so point out
good
those
suggestion.
Yeah, so that people will know. Okay, when China is trying to attack, bombing us, I can hide and also pay attention to anything that might get close to that area. And I want to report, here's a guy walking around with a backpack, could be explosives. You know, he's climbing the fence into the generation plant, you know.
Yeah, so, you know, about the social resilience, it's kind to educate our individual.
Yeah.
Realize what's your role.
What's your role?
What's your role
And you
in
have
a
a role.
military conflict?
Yeah,
Your role is to protect yourself, provide help,
yeah.
how to get information, how to get water, food supply, and how to observe weird situation
Sure.
and where to report. What's your role? It
Yeah.
takes time to train and
know who to call. Because
Exactly.
everybody can be the eyes and ears of the
Yeah,
police.
yeah.
So do that.
and that kind of awareness is important.
Sure.
Make
Oh, yeah.
people go through this kind exercise, one-on exercise, realize Taiwan, we are a country under threat.
Under threat.
We are a
Awareness.
country under threat, no matter it is earthquake, typhoon, or PLA. We need to do our best preparation for the worst scenario.
Yep,
That's
I
what
agree.
we said at the very beginning. So, time is up, and it's a lot of pressure have you two here. And you know, my dream is one day, one of you become the anchor here, and the other one will be the guest, and I can be a viewer. And thanks for coming here and sharing all your knowledge about defense. And you know, I always hope my limited English won't obstacle your performance.
Oh, no, not at all.
And if our viewers, our friends, you are watching our program here, we call 308 high. And this high, actually, it is in my constituency. And maybe I will find a day to invite you to go to the 308高地 308 high.
Oh, that'd be
That'd
great.
be fun.
We have delicious food,
Oh,
delicious food there.
That's even better.
Yeah.
So, thanks for joining us. And 我们今天308高地到这里哈，我们非常高兴邀请了 Topher 跟 Tony， 我们谈了一些汉光41号相关的现象，我们看到的事情。当然，他们两位并没有直接参与当观察员，所以有很多部分我们也是从外部资讯、媒体报道来做分析，提供给汉光41号来做参考。那更重要的是，汉光41号耗时10天。这10天的实地、实时、实战化的操演，非常的累。我们的国军不管是22000名被教召的后备军人，或者是现役的军人，我也可以跟各位透露，包含1年期的义务役也有参与其中。他们付出他们的心力，他们的时间。非常劳累的从事保卫国家工作，值得我们尊敬跟支持。而这些不管是教召、解召后，在网络上看到留言，每一个人都觉得很累，但每一个人都深深引以为荣，认为这样子的训练才是对的。可见台湾的年轻人不怕累，他怕的是做一些没有用的事情。如果这个是实战化的训练，光一个教召回去参与的人就打了180多发子弹哈，对他们来讲，这不仅是光荣，不仅是疲劳，这是保卫自己的家园。那我们非常感谢各位参与我们今天的308高地，我们下个礼拜4晚上7点半再会，拜拜，
拜拜。
Bye bye. Thank you.